Good morning. How are we doing this morning? Another day shift morning. You can tell it's early. Still doing the month of Williams. Still love my cut. Thank you, Jamie. We're going to get in our last shave with the bunny today. I put the mild plate the other day. I shaved with the more aggressive plate called the wild plate, and then I did the medium plate that I didn't do a video of, and this is going to be the mild plate. The medium plate surprised me. I was shaving thinking, yeah, this is not really doing that good, but when I got finished with it, I had been sneak attacked, and it was such a great shave. So we're going to see what the mild plate does. This is my travel Williams. It's just a cake of Williams that I put in this little container. It travels really well, little Gladware container. And often I hear people talking about or see people chatting about whatever, using small containers. Some of the soap manufacturers, the artesian soap manufacturers, are using smaller containers, and also we're going to see how that works. Also, since I haven't used it in a while, this is a little Omega travel brush. It's a little bore. It's got this little sleeve that it pops into, and then it's well, come on now, there it goes. And then it protects the bristles while it's while you travel. A little Omega thing, and then you just pop it out, and you've got your brush. Be sure if you have something like this that you let it dry really good. If not, you're gonna have some interesting growth on there, I would assume. So anyway, we have a little white down this morning on about I don't know, day and a half worth of growth or so. It's more than a day because I switched night shift and I took a day off, and then I'm back on a day shift. And I took a lot of coffee today. I think I just put an IV in and let it drip on the way to work. That ought to get some attention. Alrighty. So our little bore. This has always been a really nice little brush. It hasn't had a whole lot of use, but it's been all the way to Honduras with me. And it's been a few miles with me, this little bore brush. It does good. It builds up a little bit. Now, one thing I tell people, to switch thoughts real quick while I'm doing this, is that especially when you're lathering into a small container, you don't want to mess all over the place. Be sure you start with a drier brush. If you're sitting there and you're starting with a really wet brush, you're going to slop stuff all over the place, and I'm messy enough as it is, so I don't need that. So we get a little build going there, and then we'll just dip the tips of the brush. When you're traveling, sometimes you don't have a sink of water. Maybe you're just using you can use a cup to put your water in to soak your brush in, one of those little plastic cups they have in the hotel, and then with that water you can just dip the brush in. You can also, there was a video that someone was showing the other day that someone had made a method that a lot of people like. Just drip the water very slowly out of the sink and then dribble it into the top of the knot and let it run down into the knot that way to get a little water in. Yeah, I don't know. I like to shave over a sink, although I know it's not always possible, but dribbling water into the knot could take a little practice to be sure you don't overdo it, but you can overdo it just dipping the tips in too, as that was pointed out to me. What's right is what's right for you. Doesn't mean I'm not going to tell you something about it, but you know, hey, it's right for you, it's right. Alright. So get us a little lather going here. Working that pretty good. You don't have to have a huge brush. This is an Omega bore, and this is an Omega bore, and both of them do a pretty good job on the lather. I do think the little brush takes a little bit more work, but that's okay too. Alright. And we get the bunny. As I said the other day, this is a razor that was hand machined by a buddy of mine in California named Tom. He also made Igor, that I've had a couple of videos with. And this is the mild plate. And even the mild plate here feels good. Easy to find the angle. Yes, indeed. There is nothing wrong with that. Weird. Yeah. That's pretty easy coming down across the chin there. This particular Keiko Williams, I'm trying to remember the last time I used it. I don't use it much because it's in my travel bag all the time, so it gets hot in the truck, it gets cold in the truck. Could always keep a travel bag in my truck, a duffel bag, in case I need to go somewhere in a hurry. I don't have to run back by the apartment here and grab clothes if there's an emergency somewhere, or if I get off somewhere and the truck breaks down or get stuck at work or anything. I've got some extra clothes. So I don't remember the last time. I didn't use it at Christmas because I was using my homemade chapstick shave stick, so it would have been before Christmas. So it must have been, well, I don't know. It's been a while. But as you see, even though the cake had been sitting around a while, it's still lathered pretty good. And this brush hasn't been used in a while, but it didn't dry out and all the hairs fall out. Because from Christmas time, Christmas is the last time I traveled, and I carried a synthetic brush then. All right. So that made a mess. Alright, there. Oh, well, it's a nice shave with the mild plate. Alright, the weather channel has stopped. Close that. Alright, let me know what's going to pop up during the shave there. Even the weather channel trying to bother me during my shave. But that's okay too. But look at there. Boy, that's nice. He took a day and a half's growth off like nobody's business. Whew. I'm telling you, it's a coffee morning. Well, every morning's a coffee morning. Every afternoon's a coffee afternoon, and every noon is a coffee. Well, you get the idea. Caffeine is my drug of choice. What can I say? All right, Witch Hazel for the cleanup pass. By golly. Plain old dollar store Witch Hazel. Go back and clean the neck up here, our normal places that we clean up. So my time with the bunny is about to come to an end. I got a shave on each of the plates, and I'm going to send it on to the next person to play with if we're doing a pass around with it. Thank you, Tom, again for the opportunity. It's an amazing job. It's machined. You got a plate up front. He's got 3 different plates, so you can change the aggressive feel of the razor, changing the gap there. It's open comb, which is just neat, and I love it. And as you can see, got a really nice shave out of it. I faded it off a little bit there, get all the hazel off. And today, I'll be inside a lot at work on the day shift. So, what's better than the Aqua Velva? I'm not exactly sure when they started making Aqua Velva, but I know it was a long time ago. But you know, something about an Aqua Velva man. Y'all have a good day. Hope the weather's nice where y'all are and that you're not working too hard. Happy shaves.